Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and tonight I had a date tonight that stood me up. Yeah, it's very difficult dating in Las Vegas. Whatever. Moving on. One foot in front of the other, right? So tonight I watched Dancing for Relevancy, which was, I cannot wait until Wednesday. I'm so excited to talk about it. It's going to be awesome. I also saw Orange County Housewives. Okay, so before that though, let's talk about Yours, Mine, and Ours just for a quick second. So Yours, Mine, and Ours is this show that's on Bravo, and it's a half an hour show, and it's kind of like it's like a real estate porn. You know, kind of like $1 Million Listing, kind of, except it's a shorter version, and it's the couples, because there's couples on there, and they have to choose between living in his house, her house, or get a new house. Or his house and his house. The first show was a gay couple, right? Whatever. So there's a chick on there named Taylor, and her name is Taylor Spellman. And I was like, was she the chick that was on Rachel Zoe, on the Rachel Zoe project like a billion years ago? What, she had a little blonde assistant named Taylor. Is she doing interior design now? No, it's not the same person. It's someone completely different. So just my celebrity eyes are going. Not just, no, it's not my eyes, it's my memory. My memory is fading fast. I'm telling you, I'm getting old. Okay, so anyway, I just thought I would mention that. All right, so Orange County Housewives. So I'm going to be talking about Orange County Housewives tonight, and next week is the finale. And then I'm not going to do any reunions because I'm going to instead start right away on Vanderpump Rules. Because I love me some Vanderpump Rules. Just like I love me some Below Deck. They've also got some new show about some lodge, which it strikes me as being another wannabe après-ski. I would rather see a season 2 of après-ski than see this new lodge show, whatever. I'll probably end up watching it, but I would rather see a season 2 of après-ski. So I just thought I would throw that out there. Anyways, but again, okay, yeah. Anyways, all right. So we're moving on. So tonight and tomorrow, this tonight and next week, we're going to talk about the Orange County Housewives. So today, the Orange County Housewives started off where last week's left off. And last week they were on the bus in Dublin going back to the airport to come home to Orange County. And everyone was picking on Kelly. Now, the thing about Kelly is, I said this last week, is that when she goes low, she goes low. Like when she goes in, she goes in, and she says a lot of jaw-dropping stuff. Like when she told Tamara that, she's no wonder her daughter doesn't talk to her anymore. I mean, that's the kind of shit you're like, oh my God, did you really just say that, right? Well, this was way worse. Like, this was way worse. So, and what was funny was that, so Kelly was feeling, like Vicky didn't have her back. Like Vicky was like, I don't want to get involved. I'm not getting into this argument. And Kelly was kind of pissed off about that. So she tells them what Vicky has told her. So first she starts with Shannon. And she says that Shannon, her husband, beats her. I just choked on all that tea. Oh my goodness. Can you believe that? I was like, what? Because David Bedore does not seem like a very violent type. But here's the thing, though. You never know. You know who else didn't seem like the beating type? The Taylor's husband that beat the shit out of her, that ended up killing himself on Beverly Hills Housewives. Right? He didn't strike me as being like this violent guy, but he was. So I'm not saying that David Bedore did beat Shannon. I'm just saying that it would not shock me if it ended up being true, if he had hit her. It just brings to mind so many questions, though. Like, I get that she's got children and she wants to stay for her children. But on the flip side, if he does beat her, wouldn't she want to prove to her children that they're worth more than a man hitting them? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. So Kelly said that. Okay, and that was something to chew. That was enough to chew on, right? That would have been enough for the whole night, right? No, she's got more. Then she says that Vicky talks shit about Eddie, Tamra Judge's husband, and said that he's gay and that he's cheated on her. Okay, so here's the thing about that. People have been saying that about Eddie for a long time, and honestly, I have never heard of any stories of Eddie doing anything improper with any boys. And here's the thing, I'm not saying that I'm like Mr. Joe connected, but I like to keep my ear to. So Brandon Baker, he has, my best friend and ex roommate he put on this meme in his, which I think we've totally switched places, because he puts this meme up on his Facebook saying, "It's always best to take the high road." And I was like, really? So I made a meme of Patsy from Absolutely Fabulous saying, "Keep one foot in the gutter, darling." Because you should always know where you came from. And it's always good to have friends in high or low places. There's always good to have friends. No one's so good as to throw away a friend. All right, that's from Chuang Fu. Anyways, so so I've never heard of any stories of Eddie with any other guys. So I personally think that that's kind of rumors too. Like, not even any blind items, because so if you go to the A list, if you do AGC blind items and look up on Google AGC blind items, and then read the blind items, then you'll see a lot of stuff that happens. Like, you'll read all kinds of crazy stories, like, I don't want to go too into it. I don't want to get sued or anything, but I mean, because the reason why people do blind items is because they don't want to get sued. But it's too salacious to keep to yourself. I have written blind items for when I used to write the Just Us Boys blog. I wrote blind items. Some of them caused a stir. Some of them didn't. Whatever. It is what it is. I just felt like doing it. So, in any event, I think that was kind of a low blow. But the fact that it came from Vicky just infuriated Tamra. She was so pissed off. She's like, "Fuck you." She's like, "My kids call you Aunt Vicky, and you're gonna talk shit about me, and I've been nothing but your friend for the past 1,000,000,000 years that we've been on this show together, and you're gonna talk shit about me and my marriage and my husband." And Shannon was like, the minute that Kelly dropped that bomb about Shannon's husband beating her, she was like, she was so angry, she was speechless. It was bad. It was really bad. And then Heather was totally reminding me of my friend Dottie Griffin. You know who you are, Dottie. Dottie Griffin is very, very much, he's very Heather Dubrow. Very Heather Dubrow. And you see the Orange County come out in Heather Dubrow, and she was a little bit school marmy saying, "You sit down." She did do that. It was on camera. She did do that. So, and I can see Kelly saying, "Fuck you," But, she doesn't say it like that. Because if that was me, I'd just be like, "Girl, bye. This is what you get, one of these." Just like Nene said on the Atlanta Housewives reunion. Fix that face. Whatever. Anyways, so, Kelly was really pissed. But then Kelly had a really decent scene with Megan where she was talking with Megan about, what had happened. And Megan was like, even though there are times when I cannot stand behind what you say because what you say really hurts people, I'm always going to be your friend. And so that meant a lot to Kelly. And then Kelly's like, I'm trying to be a better person, so we'll see how it goes. There's one more week left, so we'll see what happens with that. I mean, I'm very curious to see how the reunion is going to go with all this talk about Shannon's husband beating her. I mean, I want to hear him see what he has to say about that. Anyways, that's all I have to say about the Housewives of Orange County. I love it. Tomorrow, so feel free to discuss it with me. Hashtag RHOC, hashtag Real Housewife Shit, Real Housewife Shit. Then I'll know you're talking to me. And tomorrow we're going to be doing Bold and Beautiful, and then Wednesday Dancing for Relevancy. I'm so excited. Okay, thank you so much for logging in today. Wubba wubba wubba.